I don't know how the Lions keep doing it. And now they've got like 4 linebackers on IR. So
they had to sign Jamal Adams and they're going to play him as a linebacker. When you have to sign Jamal Adams in 2024, things are not going well for your defense. All right. This is not a good thing of like, look at this acquisition we got.
Yeah. And I think it's like if you kind of talk about coaches of the year, I think maybe the NFL is tweeting who's coach of the year. You got to put Dan Campbell in the mix right now. And after their lucky, and the Lions and Chiefs both got very lucky wins on Thursday and Friday. I think Lions fans will admit that. Chiefs fans will admit that. Hey, we got lucky. That's fine. Good teams, they capitalize on luck. But like the way the Lions have done it with injuries is kind of crazy because you look at the Niners trying to navigate this season with all of their injuries. It's been a disaster. I'm hoping it continues to work out, but I think it's the mentality that Dan Campbell leads that team with, because there was also that Jahmyr Gibbs social media post where their entire whiteboard with all of their code words was on there.
You saw the press conference too when Dan Campbell was talking about that live, and he's just like, who was that? He's like, I did not know that, and then walked off the podium. I don't know. I think 49ers have all
today. I think Dan Campbell, let me pull up the tweet on my end. What Campbell said in response to that is just it's so what they do in terms of their mentality and their attitude towards winning football games. Yeah, Ari posted this tweet. It was Campbell said, "I don't really give a crap. I mean, if we're going to lose because of code words, then we're not good enough anyway. I think we'll just post the whole freaking playbook out there and every code word we've got. It doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt us. It won't affect us. In the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal." So one, takes the heat off his player, one of his best players. That's cool. 2, he's like, I don't give a fuck. We're going to beat teams by being physical and playing the brand of football we do. And if you're a Lions fan, you have got to be so excited, so jacked. your head coach basically say that today. I love it. I love it.
I'm actually speaking about Dan Campbell. So Aaron Nagler, good friend of the show, he put out saying, I hate how much I love Dan Campbell, because there was another thing that he came out with during his press conference, which I thought was really, really good. It's a minute clip, but I think it's worth it.
You're always your head's down, and you're going. And players are no different, man. You worry about what's right in front of you, and you just, and you start going. And I think once you hit December, it's hard not to begin to look up a little bit. And I mean that in a good way. Like, you can start to smell the playoffs a little bit. You can start to see what's out in front of you, what's at stake. You're well within the race. And I think it just gives you a little bit of, I don't know, man, excitement. It's exciting. And it's competitive. And it's just, this is why you're in this business. Like, I know Minnesota just won. Like, it's awesome. The race is on, and it's good, man. This is top tier stuff, and it's for the best of the best. And this thing's gonna go down to the wire. And
he is such the dude too. Like, he sounds like the dude.
Yeah,
and he's got the dude sort of philosophy, just in a football guy shell.
Dude, I think it's just, again, I was talking about this the other day of just like why players resonate so much with Campbell. Obviously, like, he plays in the staff that he's got is a lot of former players, but like that mentality of, hey, the Vikings just won. That's awesome. Like, we got 3 teams that have like at least 9 wins. Yeah. Like, that's great. Like, let's go. Playoffs are coming. The NFC North has a good shot at representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. There's going to be probably 3 NFC North teams in there. They're probably going to face off against each other at least once. Dude, I'm so excited. Like, in that mentality of, hey, like, bring on the competition. Like, we don't want a cakewalk. We don't want anything. It kind of speaks when you're talking about code words. If we lose because of that, we're not good enough. I think Cooper DeJean with Derrick Henry probably. Yeah, we'll talk about the Eagles. Eagles played well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for the Lions, man, they are beat up on defense, and while they will get some players back eventually, I think that is a concern. They have a big Thursday game against the Packers, and that's going to be a huge game. And I think that lead in the North could slip away because they got to still play the Bills in a couple weeks, which is going to be, good God, that is going to be cinema for football.
I think
I'm super excited.
the Bills are
best. Yes.
right now just in a little bit better of a spot than the Lions based on health. But that game will be awesome. And Dan Campbell talking about kind of starting to see the light in December. I know he's not talking about me or you, but in terms of like making videos through the course of a football season, it's like a grind, right? Like I'm not thinking about the end of the season in October or really November, but now it's like, oh, that reprieve of just the gauntlet that is the schedule. I start to feel that excitement and light too from a work perspective.
Dude, I literally,
Dan, come get me, Dan. Come put me on your roster, Dan.
Before the show, I was like, oh, damn, there's 4 Thursday night football games left. That's it.
Yeah.
There's 4.